Welcome back to another video. So you're joining us for the slightly boosted Metal Rathian weekend. And so what we did is we went on Campfire to one of those local meetups where you can meet up in the real world with real people to kill fake monsters. And it was pretty fun. I had the weekend to myself, so it was nice to have something to do. Weather was good, a little chilly out, which is pretty ideal for a bunch of big dudes walking around downtown playing on our phones. But it essentially looked like a high school reunion for a football team, and that's probably pretty accurate. But anywho, weekend to myself. Poco is flying back from Argentina tonight, so we had to find something to do. You might be wondering why Poco's on the screen. That's probably a bug or something. But if you see me shooting off into the distance or getting hit by stuff that shouldn't hit me or possibly not looking at the screen, or Poco shooting off into the distance, well, don't worry about that. It's not important. Let's see, other stuff. Poco didn't even need any gear here, although Poco was one of the only people to get a silver plate. Poco plays Sleep Gun, which is what you're seeing here, and Paralysis, Hammer, and Gun Lance. So probably going to keep sticking with those throughout the future. Doesn't really need any gear here, but it is nice to have a sleeper in the group. And then with me, I'm doing the Carnival heavy bowgun. That's the build that you see on the screen. I do have it maxed all the way up, and I feel like that was a pretty good investment. I had excess weapon refine parts, so I'm not sweating that. No big deal. And as far as how much use I got out of it during Global and during this week and the weekend, and possibly in the future, if we keep getting more nasty monsters that like kill you with snap fireballs and everything's a one shot and the whole ground's fire and it explodes and all that, I think the gun's gonna pay off. It is always nice to bring like big damage, but I think the CC not getting some random fireball in the face is pretty much a good way to go. If I am playing two people, like it's just me and Poco, I still do go with the Gun Lance, just because Charged Shell breaks the head, ignores the armor, gets the kill a lot easier. But if you're talking like 4 players, I don't really think Charged Shell has enough damage to really kind of carry that. So the stun works out good. But anyways, so I do the Paralysis, Poco gets the Sleep after that, then if it's still alive, you should be getting a second Paralysis, and then it should be good to go. The armor that I'm wearing is completely paper. That's why I'm getting one shot by everything that touches me. And you see the build on screen. That is what I'm wearing, except for my Nergy boots are not grade 8. So I'm either missing a reload or a recoil. I forget which is which. So if you end up using this gun, just know that you can make it shoot faster if you complete the build. And you just need a Paralysis attack 1, either smelted or in your gear, to get the first Paralysis in the first 5 shots. So there you go. In the future, I'll probably smelt Paralysis and then replace the helmet with something. I'm going to wait until new gear comes in December and see if we get something good. Hopefully we'll get like an artillery helmet or something like that, where I can try to squeeze a little bit more damage out of this thing. I've killed 9s with it. It's not fun, and it's not fast, and it's very dangerous because basically you have to dodge before every time that you reload, and it's not great. But if you're going to use this as a team gun and stun everything, or if you want to use it as something just to farm grade 8s, where you just 5 shots, it stuns, and then you blast it away with 2 Wyvern ammos, then that is definitely a thing to do. Wyvern ammo ignores armor, so that's pretty nice, especially on these, because these have 60% armor on the head. And ideally you get the Paralysis, then you get a 10% damage bonus while the stun is going on, then you break the head and should be good to go. Cluster also ignores armor as well as I know, but it does not get boosted from artillery skill, which sucks. And I was hoping that was like a bug or an oversight, but Plink told me that in the mainline games, cluster shots also do not benefit from artillery skill. So that sucks. I hope that changes and gets fixed, but whatever. We'll see how it goes. Not a lot of ways to pack damage on this thing, other than like the Nergy skill. And so, I don't know, is it worth it? Yeah. Is it fun? Yeah. If I wasn't using this, I would just use I just used Charge Shell on my J-Ho gun lance. As far as Poco's build, it's the standard sleep LBG. It does have 3 sleep smelts. Those are not intentional. I was trying to get... I had a bunch of bluestones from whatever the last event was. I think from doing Mizu. So we just kept getting tons and tons of blue. And I think it's like the only thing that they needed to smelt. So yeah. So we got 3 sleep on that. I don't think that helps or is needed because I think you're still going to get your sleep in like 5 or 6 shots anyway, so whatever. But maybe when Poco's back in town, I can make a video where we're both using sleep guns and sleep builds, and then we can try to sleep stuff in 3 shots, because 3 shots from me, 3 shots from her, and then we can try to do the Rude Awakener that way, so that'd be faster. Because if you use a sleep gun, then you got to do either 2 rotations all the way through, or you do sleep shots, then you perfect evade, then you get your sleep shots back, and then you do the sleep ammo again. That's kind of been done, but if you have 2 people doing sleep shots and doing Rude Awakener, that could be a little bit fun. So let's see, Plink is rocking the... Do we have 2 people here? Oh, in this one, Poco like bugged out or something. I don't remember, or maybe that was a different battle. But so Plink has the Black Diablo's bow. Originally, he was rocking it with a part breaker, but if we don't screw up, we're breaking the heads enough. We just need more damage, and so either way, he's either doing a high damage Black Diablo's bow or doing a part breaker thing. Hey, my phone is bugging me. Okay. So that is Plink, and then we've got Curved is rocking elemental guns. I don't know what grade or level, but we got the damage. It's happening. The only thing that was kind of a peeve is in 4-player is that the monsters they'll turn their back to me, and I don't really have a good answer. If I haven't broken the head before it spins, then, you know, if you have a heavy bow gun, I'm not like going to dodge 12 times to the side and try to get back in front of the monster. So do I just sit there and wait for it to turn back to me, or what? You know, if I was like really good with it, maybe I could shoot cluster ammos over the shoulder to try to get it. And then sometimes if the monsters run so far away from me and I'm on wavering ammo, I'll just shoot it off into the air, because it's going to take too long for me to dodge up and get close, and I'll just blast them like right here. I'm just getting rid of them. So it's an interesting gun. It's a little bit weird. Wavering ammo is like basically point blank, and then cluster can shoot even further than the reticle tells you. So it's a little weird. I'm still kind of getting good with it. I only really played it this week. In this one, I think I was wearing the wrong thing. I know I'm wearing the gun lance there. I don't know if I figured that out initially, but gun lance is definitely good to go. Gun lance also, if you don't get kicked in the face, gun lance ignores the head armor as well, and so with lock on, you're pretty much good to go. You can just kind of blast at it. But I think this battle was a little bit of a oopsie. And when you get so complacent, get so used to having the paralysis, that yeah, it hurts a little bit. Now, with Silver Rathalos in the game, and the meta has changed, where we've got, what is that, elemental weakness, or whatever that skill is, that boosts elemental damage so much, I do think that we're going to see, I don't want to say like the death of raw builds or anything. Obviously, I'm playing a raw build here, but the gap between the really good raw weapons and the elemental weapons wasn't that bad. Like, it was definitely there. You know, if you want to solo Kushala or something, you're going to need a good elemental weapon, with the exception being like Black Diablo's bow. But with these new weapons, I think most of the builds went up like 15% or more damage. So I kind of always played raw. This is probably going to be where I start to lean more into doing elemental stuff, or maybe doing weird stuff with the statuses, you know, like this weapon. But I always kind of expected that to happen. What I was really thinking is that I would wait out until like Elder Dragons would come in for each of the elements. That way I can skip a lot of the lower tier elemental weapons. Like, you know, I'm not making Anjanath, I'm not making Rathalos. I could wait until some Elder came out for fire or whatever. But Silver Rathalos actually does more damage the weapon does more damage than Kush or Teo. I mean, he's blast, but or Nergi even. So I guess this is like kind of the new tier, the new par for that. So I'm probably going to kind of position myself and get ready to make some of that gear. If I wanted to right now, I could make the Silver Rathalos boots and helmet, so that would make me good to go. I'm just going to sit on the materials and see what happens in December, like I said. But if a smelt event came out, I could just throw down the gear and smelt whatever comes out. I'm kind of thinking that we'll see crit boost come back, and then the meta build for that, you're gonna want 3 crit boost smelts, and so I could definitely kind of switch into that. And yeah, I guess that the reason why I hesitate on Elemental is not that Elemental is like that big of a deal. It's just I don't really know what weapon I want to do. When I build all the raw weapons, it's nice because I can play the heavy bow gun, or I can go off to the Black Diablos bow, or the Black Diablos dual blades, or the Jeho gun lance, and you have a lot of variety there. But if I go Elemental, then I'm gonna kind of get stuck into one weapon. Am I gonna go Elemental and just do dual blades? Like for the Mizu event, I played nothing but dual blades because I got to chop tails. Do I want to go and make elemental bows? I got the Kush bow because that thing was stupid strong. But then if I go bow, then I don't have a really good tail cutting option. Yes, you can try to tail cut with the SP, but the game could lag, the thing could move, the frame drops right when you shoot the SP every single time. Like, not that reliable. But, you know, pros and cons, commitment issues, that kind of stuff. I'll figure it out when I get there. And then the other thing is, you know, everybody's thinking that Switch Axe is coming up next, and it probably is. I don't know if Switch Axe is going to be the best thing ever, or if I'm going to hate it. Obviously, I didn't play any of the original Monster Hunter games, so I don't know how Monster Hunter Now is going to do that. But I do want to check out the Switch Axe. I think I might just end up making the Black Diablos Switch Axe, because I still have Black Diablos weapons. I made the Black Diablos Charge Blade just to burn off materials. Still got more mats because I farmed that thing so much. So I'll check out the Switch Axe. If that's fun, I'll make the Black Diablos one. If it's not, I'll probably just throw those materials into the heavy bow gun, even though I don't really need another Pierce range weapon, especially a Pierce raw range weapon. But I got the materials, they gotta go somewhere, and man, you can really pack a lot of damage on that build. You can do reload, recoil, burst. You can get Nergi 2 or 3 on that thing. You can get some other stuff. You can pack a lot of damage in that thing. Is it going to be useful for me? I don't know. I mean, I don't even play my Black Diablos bow anymore. I'm trying to think of the last time I played that thing. If something has like wings and it's a big pain in the butt, or if I really need high armor, because all my armor for the Black Diablos bow is leveled up real high, I could bust that thing. That's nice to have. I just haven't used it ever since Gunlance came out, really. It's still a good investment. And then also for part breaker stuff, you know, whether Ra is dying or not, whatever, you can still use those things for part breaker. So when I use the Black Diablos dual blades, I got a part breaker build on that. Pretty good. Although I kind of like love and hate. Look at that SP, so you can't hit me. I kind of love and hate part breaker because most of the time you only need to break one piece because you're usually stuck on the rarity 6 item. So you don't really need part breaker to do that. Every once in a while you'll need like to break every piece because maybe you deleted all of your rarity 1 materials and you just need every single break that you can get. That's basically the only time that part breaker 5 builds shine. We did end up sneaking in a random Zinogre over here. So we are busting out the Black Diablo dual blade, so having a tail cutter is nice. I don't know. I don't know what weapon I'm going to end up maining. Hopefully Glaive comes out soon so I can see if I like that one. Because, I don't know, that might be my thing. It's like, I kind of want something that can cut tails. Dual blades is alright. I don't know. When the dual blades first came out, the damage was so kind of mediocre at endgame that even though they buffed it and it's much more playable now, the dodge is better, the damage is better, and people are making like comparable speed kills on the leaderboards. So the weapon should be good to go. I don't know. Maybe they burn me with a little bit of the trust. So I feel like it'll be a big investment if I start making elemental dual blade weapons. I don't know. We'll see. But that'll be something for me to kind of strive for and to think about. As of right now, I'm pretty happy with the Carnival gun. It's definitely nice in group stuff, keeping people safe. Hopefully I'll get some damage skills so I can make it a little bit more playable, because I'm definitely not carrying here. I'm just getting some stuns. Of course, we're only fighting grade 8 stuff. You know, would like to be able to do a little bit more. You do some damage, it's okay. But pretty much wraps it up. I think this is the last one that we got here. I know this wasn't one of like the game's major events, but I really hope they make these weekends pop off. You know, I just always compare it back to like Pokemon Go, where you know you can have all these different raids going on. People can throw out lures. You can put on incense. You can do a bunch of other stuff. You're like walking eggs and walking your buddy or whatever. And so when I look at like a screenshot from Pokemon Go, there's a lot going on. Like I haven't logged in this game in over a month. And so when I open up the screen here, it's like, okay, things are going down. There's all this stuff to do. As a quick side note, the map is so much easier to read. Oh my goodness. I hate the map in Monster Hunter. Like, you can't see anything if you're zoomed out, or if it's dark, or if it's night. Like the roads and paths and stuff are like a super thin line, whereas in Pokemon Go you can clearly see the map ground. Like, I know they're going for like a little bit more of like the realism art, but dude, the Pokemon Go map is so much better. It's so easy to read. Why did they change that? It's terrible. But anyways, back to my original point. When you open up the game in Pogo, an event looks like an event. You can throw out lures and things like that. And of course, you know, this game's only like a year or so old, but I really hope they pick up the pace and they make these events something special. My suggestion always is during events, during the event hours or whatever, or just in the entire event day, whatever, make malls and shopping areas and parks and stuff just really increase the density in those areas. That way you're not taking anything away from the players, but you are encouraging players to kind of congregate in an area. Those are safe areas where people should be. You're not like hopping fences and going in the back of like, I don't know, some restricted area, or running around in the woods. And then you can just increase that density. So like for us, we had to walk like a couple blocks to get to a monster, and then is it like grade 8 or not? And I'm not even going to go into like, you know, how much the loot drop percentage is, but just you gotta breadcrumb the player, and every block you should be getting a good monster, and then just increasing those respawns to like 30 minutes on event days. That's pretty good. And then hopefully we'll see more stuff, like whether we can do lures or something like that. A lot of folks are thinking the campfire icons that people can throw down was kind of be a lure or something like that. So, like I said, you know, the game, it's only been out for a year, but I really hope they step it up and make a lot of things happen, and make event days really feel like more of an event and get more going on. Do more with the quests. Obviously, everybody needs more refines so we can actually make gear, so you can actually play the game. But step it up. Anyways, we had fun. Appreciate y'all for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.